What's up, guys? This is my concept of success throughout the aging process. Um, my concept of success is basically as you get older, your idea, your concept of reality tends to change, Um, your whole concept of reality changes as you get into your thoughts a little bit more. You start to maybe read the Bible or build like a closer relationship with the creation. God matters more than you ever knew. Um, Whatever you do in your life, you're going to have to work for it. Whatever you do in your life, you're going to have to work for it. Um, Whatever you do, don't be one of these motherfuckers that turns like 30 and you flew the coop or you fly the coop from success culture because you think like, oh, like I could just settle down and live a life of normalcy. I don't feel that way about it. I feel like now that I'm 30, I realize that 20 was just a yesterday away and 40 is just a tomorrow away. Life is short, guys. Guys, life is so short. I mean, I want to be like 40, prepared to live my 40s, living my best fucking life. I've had some great male role models in my life of like exactly what the fuck I want to be in my 40s, I've had some great male role models in my life. Uh, People living the fucking dream in their 40s. Most people, their hopes and dreams are dead by the time they're like my age, is like, and I won't let that happen to me, you know. I've stayed true to my path. I've stayed true to my mission. I've stayed motivated. I'll do anything to achieve my goals. I gotta quit smoking the fucking cigarettes, so I'm around long enough to. Gotta quit smoking the fucking cigarettes, so I'm around long enough to to enjoy it. But overall, right about now, I'm feeling like I want to spend my 30s not just relaxing. I want to spend my 30s grinding even harder. I really feel like I will catch like a second wind when I'm like 40. I do not feel like I'm tired from 10 years of hard work. I think that's just like a getting older kind of thing. 10 years of hard work. I mean, I've been busting my ass for 10 years, but it hasn't been like that fucking difficult. At least my dream has still survived, you know. At least my dream has still survived. Uh, and whatever it takes, I will do it, to live my best fucking life whatever I have to go through, I continuously choose to go through shit. And I just want to live my best fucking life, whatever that means. Is like, so, yeah, pretty much, how I lived my 20s was, well, I started my business when I was 19. Had like 7 failed businesses, and then finally, with a small $20 or maybe a $50 investment, just a very small investment into a little idea that may or may not have even worked out. At the time, I thought it might or may not even really work out. I had spent thousands on different businesses, and then with $20, I believe it was, or 20 or $30, I made my first sale on an Amazon store, and that spiraled into a 6-figure business, which was like, that was pretty awesome. I understood like what money is really good for, and next time I'm getting that much money, I'm not going to get complacent ever again. I had to make a firm decision to take my career to even the next level after that, which was like to go from making like 6 figures, low 6 figures, like 80K really, to making like, many, lot more money basically. Uh, so, yeah, so 21, I got kicked out of the house and I lost my Amazon store. 22, I went on welfare. 23, I moved into my first apartment. and I was homeless a couple times like throughout my 20s. 25, I founded StarNet Industries. 29, I became a multi-millionaire. And now I'm 30 and still, a multi-millionaire. So, yeah, pretty cool, with hopes and dreams to become a trillionaire. I think I've got what it takes, and even if I'm the only one that sees it, even if I'm the only one that really sees it, I think I will do it. That's kind of how it's basically a part of my belief system at this point is I will become a trillionaire. But I don't use that I will one day bullshit as an excuse to just sit around. I do put in the work, This year is the first couple months in 10 years that I've really taken off. And even that was only for like a couple months. So, but, yeah, I still think that, now that I've been reading the Bible more and like putting more, like, care into like the universe and people that matter basically more than me, people that basically built the life that I have before I even had the chance to live it. Yeah, I think this is an awesome life. So far, so good, I've realized that pain is temporary. Pain is temporary, but victory is forever. Pain is temporary, but victory is forever. And I think if I play my cards right, I can, take that same like vain like desire for conquest that I had that we all have in our 20s, and really do it and work on it even more in my 30s and achieve all that shit in my 40s and 50s, and like spend my 60s being like a fucking celebrity, like the old man who like capitalized on all the opportunities of the early like days of the internet, is like there's still so much opportunity out there. It's dwindling, but it's still fucking out there, and just to create like a lasting business, to create like a lasting business that lasts until the end of time. You know, that's what I want. You know, that's what I want. You know, I'm all about legacy, you know, perfection, you know, uh, I want, you know, my desire and conquest for uh, abundance and massive amounts of success has not stopped, and I'm 30, you know, which is like unusual, you know. Um, I just like, I think most people, by the time they're like, you know, 30 or my age, you know, their dreams are just like dead, you know, and I just refuse to let that happen for myself. And with that being said, I got to get back to work. I don't even know where to begin. I got so much shit going on right now, I really don't even know where to begin. I have like a good, like, you know, plan of what I basically want to do. Holy shit. But, you know, every fucking day you see another dummy in a business that they shouldn't be in. Doing like some retarded shit that is not optimal, that is not like the best case scenario. And I just don't want that to be me, you know. I want to be like very efficient, very optimal, you know, and I'll do anything. I'll do anything to make that happen. You know, we're talking like big bucks over here. I'm talking like I want to be a fucking trillionaire, you know. And it will happen. Yeah, I just, so talk to you guys later.